Yo, everybody, what's going on? So, I wanted to talk about this DEI rollback situation and all the African Americans in the country being scared and freaking out about the DEI rollback. And I never got the fear of this DEI thing. I never got DEI in the first place. If you ask me, DEI honestly just felt like a more militarized version of affirmative action. It just it came with a position with the title on it. I never got the DEI thing. I don't think I really will. I mean, it's nice to be included. It's nice to have diversity. I get all these things, but does it really need to be an initiative, or do people just get hired? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of one of those things I want to ask. And I don't want to focus on anyone else because I don't really make my podcast for other races of people. No racism involved. But it makes me raise the question of, why are black people freaking out like we really just need DEI in our lives? Who brainwashed us to this point that we need to just be like, oh, we need DEI and affirmative action? Honestly, I don't think black people need affirmative action. Maybe at a time, there might have been a specific time where we did need it. But in 2024, I don't think black people need affirmative action. If anything, we just need to get up and do it. And I'm not the type of person to just, take somebody to hand something to me like that when I know I can do it on my own. And I genuinely think this is where black people need to really grow up, put our big boy, big girl pants on, and just get it in gear. People trying to boycott Walmart. I mean, should have been boycotting Walmart before DEI. They don't pay their workers enough. We could have been boycotting them for that. And it's a lot of black people that work at Walmart, a lot of Hispanic people that work at Walmart. They are underpaid, overworked, and we never boycotted them for that. But DEI is where we draw the line. But I wanted to make a point of saying, like, what did black people do before DEI? Well, before DEI, there was affirmative action. What did we do before affirmative action? We got our ish in gear, we got it in motion, and we built our own stuff. Now, I understand about Reconstruction and Jim Crow and all these other things. Jim Crow didn't really affect black people in the North. Did we have to deal with stuff in the North still? Yeah, but nothing as intense as the South. Black people, we had Black Wall Street, we had our own damn hospitals, we had all this stuff. And a little around the 60s, this is a real pivotal time for Black America because it seemed like all these things instituted that were supposed to benefit us split us apart, made us lazy, made us very incapable to even critical think. It seems like black people, when we had our worst stuff for us, we were more together and more on point and locked in with what we needed to get done. Once all these hand me downs and handouts came around, it seemed like we lost our way. Think about it. We had a whole Black Wall Street that was profiting just as much, if not more, than white people stuff. In 1920, 2021, 1920, 21 is when it got burnt down. Then they rebuilt it and it got burnt down again. Then we just stopped. And I can understand why, because that's just the way America is and was. But for people sitting here trying to act like, oh, America is going back to something, no, America is just what it's always been. Black people have always had to crawl over hot glass to get what we deserve and need. So, unfortunately, this is just the case. I wish it wasn't that case, but that's just the case. And I can't get behind the fact that black people, especially the women, are freaking out about DEI when affirmative action, especially when it was first instituted, gave black women more opportunity than black men. The women had to go out and support the family because affirmative action was pushing black men out of the work environment and away from jobs. So yeah, the women had to go out and support the family because, oh, you're black and you're a woman. That's a double whammy. That was an episode of Good Times. That's what really was going on. Florida got the job that James should have got probably because she was a black woman. Nothing wrong with that, but there's something to think about. That's why I always tell people, go back and look at old TV shows, look at the representation, look at the issues that they're dealing with politically, and see how we got to this point. There's history in television. But I digress. I think black people have been doing fine. We don't need DEI, especially. It just feels more of like a militarized, we have somebody monitoring everything. And you're going to get this DEI position because we created this position for a diversity person. And it just seems so humiliating to me to be like, here you go, little nigger. I'm going to give you a job because you can't get it on your own. Basically, insulting my intelligence and insulting black people's intelligence as a whole. So I have a problem with that. I have a big issue with that because it just seems like America still in 2024 doesn't believe that black people can put our foot on the ground and lock in and stay locked in without the help of the great white man's help. So what do? This is a sign. I've been saying this since the election. This is a sign that black people need to get our feelings out of the way, get our brains locked in, start critically thinking again, and start putting words to action. So whatever we got to do to get it done, we got to get it done. I think black people have been fine before DEI. Black people showed that they can persevere before affirmative action, and now it's time for us to show that we can still persevere with this rollback going on. Even when everything was stacked against us, we still choose to persevere. But the only problem is we're still not together. So yeah, I think this is a good thing. Like I said, I am not afraid of Project 2025. I'm not afraid of all this DEI rollback. I'm not afraid of eventually affirmative action getting destroyed completely as well. I'm not afraid of it because we can literally pull this off without it. I know we can. And to be honest, if everybody's talking about colleges, bruh, we got black colleges to go to. If you're afraid of a PWI, go to an HBCU. That's literally a college for black people. Go to it. Or go to the PWI and do what you want to do. You have that choice to do that. So you're either going to go to the PWI or go to the HBCU. And as far as jobs, if this does happen, well, it's time for black people to start building our own stuff again, building our own communities back up. I'm tired of us asking white people to do it because they refuse to do it. They keep playing in our face. These Democrats keep playing in our face. Honestly, I believe the Republicans are going to do it too. So it's time for black people to just get on code, grow up, literally grow up, and we need to get our feet in gear. We need to get the speed moving. We need to get stuff together so we can hire our own and keep the money cycling into our own communities. We got to make sure we educate our kids. Stop just thinking if we get them nice clothes and feed them, we're raising them. No, we got to start putting our kids in critical thinking roles young. We got to flex their brains young so that they know how to flex their brain when they're older. This whole thing, in my opinion, is the perfect way to get black people to start acting like we got some sense again. I'm not afraid of this. And I know a lot of brothers who ain't. Again, this is not America rolling back. This is not America switching code. This is the America it's always been. This is the America it will probably always be. That's just the facts. So, what are we going to do? Are we going to sit back crying about why they won't hand us nothing? Or do we go out and get it ourselves? I'd rather us go out and get it ourselves. At least we know we got it. At least we know we built it. At least we know we made it. At least we know we earned it. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll just see y'all in the next one.